We have some fairly interesting breaking news regarding Alexander Isak and his future, because he is training individually at his former club, Real Sociedad's training facilities. And Isak, of course, informed Newcastle that he wants to explore his options in the transfer window after Liverpool made an informal approach for.
I think Alexander Isak is, I know at this point he has to think about himself, think about his future. And of course, teams like Liverpool don't always come every transfer window. And of course, this might just be the best time for him to move to Liverpool or move to a bigger club. And but at this point, you know, Newcastle are not doing so well in the transfer market, and they've lost practically all their first choice targets, and they are left with, you know, either, you know, retaining the services of Isak or, you know, selling him to Liverpool. But if I were to actually advise Newcastle, then I think they should do everything it takes to keep Isak. Probably maybe just follow the route of PSG. You know, like when Madrid came with that bid of £178 million, you know, PSG still stood their ground. Even though Mbappe only had 1 year on his contract, they refused to sell, and then Mbappe walked. But this time around, it's 3 years contract, so I think Isak shouldn't be holding them to ransom. If he wants to join Liverpool, of course, you know, it should be it should be on Newcastle's terms. So now that they are going into a season probably without a decent striker, if I were Liverpool, if I were the management, if I were Newcastle, if I were the management, I will make sure Isak stays at Newcastle. All these, you know, going to Real Sociedad or all these places to train, you know, stay away from the team, you know, it is something that obviously if I'm Newcastle management, I'm not going to entertain that. And then of course, Liverpool signed Newcastle's first choice target, Hugo Ekitike. Man, you are on course, you know, to sign Benjamin Sesko. So Newcastle, you know, being in the Champions League, they are supposed to like keep their best players and probably improve on the squad. Actually, they wanted to sign Joao Pedro. He opted for Chelsea instead, and it's not looking good for Newcastle. So now I think they have the cards. Isak is under contract, 3 years contract, so they should do everything it takes to keep him.